Hello and welcome to the last day, day 31 of Inktober Tangles Challenge 2024. Today's tangle is a tangle by Zentangle Swarm. It's a very simple tangle and I will show you on a piece of paper because I'm not sure that I will even be able to squeeze it inside in a way that it's normally drawn. So you start with a line and then you just add lines that recede in their length until you finally add a dot. The next one starts with a line that's parallel to the side of the first one. And then you do the same. You draw these lines that are getting smaller and smaller until you end up with a dot. And then you do this and you do this all over again. And of course, these can grow, can diminish in size. They can maybe become a little bit wonkier, and you just continue doing it playfully until you have many of these and they form a wonderful pattern. They are amazing for the background, but I have what I have here and there's not much room to add these little swarm triangles that you don't really draw in a way that you would draw triangles. You draw by filling an imagined triangle shape with these shapes, and I think I will start by adding some of it to fill in these triangular spaces between what almost look like little houses. I don't know if you think so as well, but I will just, now follow my gut instinct and add this as a background, these little fragments of swarm in the background where it seems fit, without overthinking, without worrying about how will it end up looking. It's just texture that we are adding, and naturally there is some space here, and I will add some of it here too. And again, because the space is so limited, I will not worry about whether it's like a proper triangle or it's not. I'm just going to treat it as a background texture to what I already have here. And I'm starting from wherever it seems to me that there is kind of a triangular space to fill, and right here there is not too much space, so I can just add little lines and dots to add the background texture behind the tangles. And here I have some, I think it will be a nice contrast between these bug shapes and the lines. So I'm not afraid that it will maybe cover the shapes, because these are really like dramatic and blocks of ink. So I don't need to worry that they will not be visible. It's just the texture behind them. Maybe just a little bit more here. And you could also add some of them to these nooks between the flowers on top and between the text and flowers. But I don't think that I will really tangle on top of letters. Maybe just a few of these nooks that are below the letters or on the side. So I'm just improvising and trying to figure out where to add these little fragments of swarm. And again, I'm not worried that it's not a perfect triangle wherever there is. Now I'm thinking about this little space here. And there could be a little bit of conflict between these dots here. I don't want the dots to disappear inside the swarm dots, so I'm starting swarm where there are no dots that are a part of the tangle. And basically what I'm doing here is just adding a little bit of texture between the tangle and the edge of the drawing. Maybe just a little bit more here, and perhaps that's going to be all that I will add, because I just don't have any space left for more swarm fragments. Yes, I would say that this is it, and I want to add some shade here to the side, and I rotated my tile so I can point the tip of my pencil towards the black line where I want the shade to be the darkest. And there's a lot of texture, or a lot of, not really a lot of, but there's texture to this paper, and you can see it as I blend, because this pencil is really dark and dramatic, and I'm used to pressing hard. I have a heavy hand, as you know. Okay, there you see how immediately this ambler jumps up after you add the shade next to it. And then if you just maybe increase the whiteness of ambler on that side, there is a really nice contrast, and it seems like this swarm is disappearing behind ambler on the left side. So that's it for the tangles. I think that I will do a little like I don't know, video where I will say goodbye while I'm adding some final touches to this base, and I'm not sure, I will maybe add many final touches. I will just see when I start the process where it will take me, but I do want to add some more love to this precious Inktober 2024 baby that I just finished. And I want to thank you for tangling with me, or for just, watching, observing what I'm doing. I will see you in the wrap-up video that I will post today too. Thank you, and see you again, or goodbye.